Hello, folks. How's everybody doing out there tonight? How's everybody doing? And I got the right screen up this time. I got sound. I got all kinds of stuff working this week. Hey, Heather, how are you?
I'm all right. You haven't made any mistakes, so I can't even give you any
Knock
hard
on
time for it.
wood. Knock on wood. Oh,
You know,
listen, the
I'm
night is young.
the nice. I'm super excited about joining today. I've missed you because it's been like almost a whole week since the last time we were together. I didn't get to play game show, so
Oh,
I
that's
don't get
true.
like
That is
the in
true.
between fix. So
Mhm. Well, I
yeah.
appreciate that. That's nice of you to say. I appreciate that. It's good to be needed or liked or whatever you want to call that. So I appreciate
Good.
that.
Here's the good news though. Whenever
Hmm.
I do miss talking to you, I can just go to YouTube and there's a video there that like, you put one up about the earbuds, that was super fun. I
That
love that
was
video.
cool, wasn't it?
Your
Yeah, that's
excitement
pretty
was
cool.
over the top, so that was pretty good.
Yeah, well,
Pretty
I'm
good.
extremely excited about it. I really love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, that was an awesome one too. I mean, what a great they really put some thought into it too. So it's really kind of cool
And
too.
wait, so we're not talking about earbuds today? Because I was really
No.
gonna ask you some questions about the Pixel Buds, but whatever. If we're not
We
talking
can do
about
that in
that
the
today.
backstage pass. We can do that in the
Oh,
backstage pass. There you
okay,
go for
good,
community
good.
members, right?
I like it. I am a
There you go.
community member, so I will definitely be asking some
True,
questions.
true. There you go. Good,
Oh, it's
good,
too
good
funny.
thing. What about Country City State? Anybody out there?
Oh, yeah, we got a couple people.
Oh,
So
there we
Jolin
go.
has joined us. Oh, it's muggy
Hmm.
this Wednesday afternoon there
Oh,
in
that's
Low
not fun.
Country, South
Not
Carolina.
fun.
And Roxanne is joining us from Louisville. Is that how you say
Hmm.
it? Louisville or
I think that's
Louis
Louisville, actually.
Louisville? It
Hmm.
is, locals. I'm
Louis,
not a
Louis, I think is Ouis. I think
Oh,
we
I
were just going over a word with
I see. All right. All right. Well, glad you're here, Roxanne. We got
that.
Andrew who has made it.
He did made it. Yep, he did
And
made it.
Gil has made it. Upstate with big
That ooh,
thunderstorms about to unload some much needed rain, which is
oh my
great.
goodness. Well, that's not a good thing because it's coming right over to my house. Because
No,
where he is, where he is, it comes right over
rain
to
is a
where I
good thing unless you have too much of it, and then it's not. But Mike is
yes.
making it here from
Oh,
Niagara.
nice.
It's near. It's like not Niagara Falls, but it's
I
close to
know.
it in
So he
Ontario.
gets the rain from Niagara Falls. That's where he gets his wet.
Yeah, it's always misty. I would
Right,
just
exactly.
Jolin saying hi to us, and then a good topic, which
I
you'd
think
love
so.
to. You're doing it on purpose now. I know you
Mhm.
are. Oh man.
I am on purpose. I do
All
it
right. Hate mail
just for
can be
you.
sent to Michael Daniels at anyway, so good topic. Today's topic. What is today's topic?
Today's topic. Let's go over today's topic because we were just thinking about this. Health conscious tools. What do I mean by
Mhm.
tools? This
Well,
isn't
okay,
like a
so
hammer, a wrench. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
hammer or wrench. I can think of a few health problems I can fix with a hammer or a wrench, but no, that's not what we're after today.
Right, a saw gotta cut something off or something. Anyway, no, go
Whew.
ahead.
Um, we do not recommend this. We are not
Right,
doctors.
right. Yeah, that's right. We're not professionals. So
Uh,
what are we
no, we're
talking
talking
about
about
exactly?
things like the Fitbit, which we've done a show
Mm,
about, but
hmm.
so we're not going to spend
Hmm.
much time on that today. But maybe some apps that go along with it, because like it's one thing to have
Yes.
the device on your wrist, but it's also another thing to utilize the information,
Hmm.
right? And
Yes,
what about things
100%.
like calorie counters,
Yes, and
exercise trackers?
that's where we want to kind of get to and
Yeah,
go to on this one today. So, for example, she just mentioned, we were talking about the fit part. We'll like we said, we're just going to touch on it, and everybody knows that I'm a Google guy and all that kind of stuff. And one thing that's interesting that I had this on my watch, okay, Google Fit, and that watch broke. I used to have a watch for both arms, just anybody that
that's right.
needs to
That's
know.
right. And one
And
of them
so
said, "I feel neglected and I'm out of here."
that's right. Said I'm gone. And so Google Fit is one thing, and like you mentioned, the Google Fitbit. They were bought, Google bought Fitbit, and I know a lot of people, and we've had conversation about that. And we've had a show on that. So yeah, so That's not
But
exactly
there's
what
a
we're going to talk
but
about.
there's an
But
app there that you're just looking at that you can actually put on your phone, and it will track stuff and tell you like the
mhm,
energy that you
mhm.
expend when you exercise and all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff like that.
steps, right? Steps. A lot of
Hmm.
people looking at steps.
Hmm.
How long activity, like your endurance, how long you've been doing something at one any given time. Not necessarily steps, but just how long your heart's been active, which is good. Oh, hey
Right.
Sheila, how are you? Yay for the moment.
That's right. Yay for the moment.
Okay,
We're glad
I
you're
get
here.
it. I
So
get it.
there were tons of thunders. Oh, okay. So this is about the
Oh, I got you.
weather. Got it.
Mhm.
Fit is not one of my favorite F words.
Yeah,
That's from Mike.
I
All
know.
right. So
Fudge.
fudge is a good F word, but so so you were talking about calorie counters or something like that, right?
Mhm.
Like is there
Yep.
one that you use or one that you've looked into maybe you want to start using or
Yeah, let's look at it, and because this is something that I mean, I think everybody, I don't know, not everybody at one time or another in their life, they get to a point where their doctor says to them, hey, you need to get fit. And some
yeah,
people just go at it from the beginning. They stay fit, stay fit, stay fit. And all of a sudden they're having issues as they get older or whatever and things like that. It's just everybody's genetics is different. So
correct.
sometimes you just have to control these kind of things. So this app right here, this in doing research on this a little bit, and also I'm almost positive, I can't remember because you asked me, my son, oh, there you go, my fitness pal is a neat site for tracking food intake. There you go. And that's exactly the one I'm talking about. It's right here, my fitness pal. It's very popular. It's, if you look at like rankings of them, this is listed at the top. I think this is the one my son does. He doesn't follow it to a T, but what he likes about it, he puts it in his product and he can find out how many calories per product, etc., and all that kind of stuff. The thing is that some things that they don't have is like an ice cream sandwich, which I don't know why they don't have that, but
So they know the calories of a lot of things, but not the stuff that I'm going to eat. Apparently,
exactly.
I think we might be not the right people for this particular topic. But
But there's
no,
some other.
to be fair, we're both
Yeah,
trying to be a little bit more health conscious. There's
yeah,
always need for this. So
yep,
um, taking a peek into these things is actually really wise, and I
yep.
think it's exciting to see some of the suggestions you have. So what's another one?
Exactly. And so Lose It is another one that they talk about, which is kind of cool. This is more geared toward it has the same thing, calorie tracker, that kind of thing, but it also is helping you trying to lose weight to actually give you notifications saying, okay, hold on, you may want to do this. It's
Oh,
more than
interesting.
just, yeah, you may want to do this, or just be careful on this, or here's some things that you can have that would be good, or that kind of thing. Here's what you had before and you've been doing good with this, and with your caloric intake and stuff. So that's kind of cool. It tries to be, how would you say that, personalized, I guess, or
Yeah. Yeah, it's
yeah,
it's paying attention, so it's got some
right.
sort of AI or something that's learning from your habits. Is
Yeah,
that accurate?
based on what you put in. You still have to
Right.
put the
Of
data
course.
in, but yes, exactly. Yes, 100%. Yeah.
So going
And
back to
then
that other one
that
second
secret.
before you
Oh
move
yeah,
on to the
sure,
next
sure, sure.
one.
Yep, let's do it.
Going back to my fitness pal, that's what Andrew says. Sis
Oh,
uses that to
nice.
plan his diabetic meals, which is really cool. So
Perfect.
does it have recipes in it too then? Because that might be helpful for people who don't know where to start.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I
I don't
don't
know.
know that. Oh, recipes and inspiration. It says right here in
Awesome.
this section of it. Yeah. So,
Want to say hi to Dave, who, as always,
hey
put my
Dave.
name first and then yours. Sheila
Hey
says,
Dave.
I do not count calories. If I count
Right.
anything, it's cash. Just kidding.
Yes. Well, we want to make sure you keep getting that cash. Okay. So,
So thank you, Stephen, for popping in because we've been trying to figure
my
out which
fitness
one it
pal.
is used,
Thank
and that's
you,
the one he
son. I
uses,
remember
bud.
you talking about it, but it's so popular. I swear. So yeah, thank you, Stephen. I really do appreciate that,
That's awesome.
because I didn't send him a text. Well, and like I said, well, anyway, that's a whole different story. But anyway, yes,
You can
thank
say
you
whatever you
for
want. It's your
jumping in.
show. It doesn't even have to be real.
But I think this is becoming more and more important to everyone, around. And one thing that I like about that he said to me, and he kind of hit home with it in talking to me too. He said, I eat the things I want, but I want to know what I ate.
Well,
So I want
yeah,
to eat.
It's kind of interesting that you mentioned that, because I think once you start tracking it too, you kind of feel a little bit more like, oh, I'm going to have to tell the machine that I ate that. Maybe I don't want that extra piece of cake.
Kind of like a guilty thing. Yeah, I get you. I got
Maybe.
you. Yeah.
I'm just saying it might be good. I mean, for some people that's all it takes, right?
Right.
Is that they got accountability, and this is a little less guilt ridden, considering
Yeah.
you're not telling a person who's going to look at you funny. But
Mhm.
I I actually found the one that I was using. I told you I lost
Oh
it when
yeah,
I
I
was
want I
doing
want to
my.
hear that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's for women. It's called, I don't understand why I can't find the name of it. Like, I can't read it because it's too small. Hold on.
So it's for women. That's this many. For
No, 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 no.
FOUR.
Lose weight app for women.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's specifically for men or women,
Okay.
which is really kind of interesting, because when you start it, it doesn't even ask you if you're a woman.
And this is
It
for
asks you if you're a man or.
women on your birth certificate. We won't get into all that, but this is
Anyway, so Lose Weight app for women is actually a really good app because it has exercises. So it will tell
oh,
you,
too cool.
yeah, it will tell you like to do arm circles or whatever, but you start off by telling it the dirty deets, right? The dirty deets. Nobody wants to tell anybody that stuff, how much you weigh, how tall you are, and what your
Yeah.
target is. And then it gives you a big ugly number, if you are someone of my stature, that says you are not doing
You're
so
so
hot,
funny.
so hot, right? So
You're so
it's
funny.
very motivating right off the bat. But then it says let's get started, and it actually has the exercises, like it says arm circles, and it shows arm circles and how to do them. So it's kind of a neat thing if you are not somebody who can be easily motivated or just get up and go for a walk. I know there's something you do. You want to share with the audience what it is that you do every day.
Yeah, but before I do that, so is this an app? I just want to ask you, is
It
this an
is. It's
app?
an
Oh,
app
it is
on,
an app. Okay.
yeah, on my phone.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
That's really cool. Okay, so yeah, I do elliptical. I mean, I got one a couple of years ago, and
exactly.
I love doing the elliptical. I try and do that for minimum 30 minutes a day. And one of the things that I find is find a good series that you want to watch, because it's motivation for you to come
Mm.
back. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
if
love
I'm 30
how,
minutes in,
you know what I think is amazing though is how
hmm
individualistic this is, because for you personally, you need
hmm
something to watch while you do that, right?
exactly. Where
So I
you
think that's
probably
very
wouldn't
amazing.
have
That
that
would
same
not motivate me to exercise, but I'm just saying it's really cool. You
yeah.
got to figure out what it is. For me, it's
hmm
music. So like going back to the
Oh,
pixel
there you
bud,
go.
if I got good pair of
Boom.
headphones that are going to stay in my ears while I'm moving, I will definitely move around a lot more.
Uh,
And
the
go ahead.
absolute no, I'm just saying it's perfect. Yeah, because what's great for me is because I'll get through 30 minutes of whatever that series is and end it. I'm done with my walk or my cool down and everything, and I'm done with it. And then I'm like, the next day it motivates me to come back. I'm like, I want to see the end of that, or I want to see the rest of
Oh,
that,
I
or
see.
I want to get to the next episode. So it encourages me to
Interesting.
say, yeah. So I'm like, oh hell, I want to find out what's happening on that. So I'm motivated to go walk again. So that's where I was going with it. You know, it's a pattern of things. If you can keep that, because everybody binge watches, this is a great way to binge watch something, in my opinion. This is my opinion,
Yeah.
and it's what works for me. So
Yeah, no problem. So what's interesting about that is, like, we were talking in the green room beforehand, we both have an Oculus Quest.
just kidding. You
We
know, I'm
both
messing
we
with
both have the VR headset, the
you.
Oculus
Right.
Quest, right? So we both
Mhm.
have that, and you were talking about Beat Saber. Now for me, that's a
Mm.
huge motivator. I would love
Oh, the
to
music
do.
part.
And it's the music, and I also want to be better than I was last time. So I want to make sure that I
Mm.
get all of the hits right and everything. I know
Mm.
some people out there going, whatever the heck she's talking about, but my point is that I want to be better than I was yesterday or the last time I played. Like, that's my goal. It has nothing to do with ending the series, of a show or whatever, because I'll just sit on the couch and watch that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So
Looks like
let's
we
put up
got some
some of these
comments. Yeah, let's
comments.
see.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Steven
I can
said,
be widely inaccurate. I got you.
but for the most part, it's great. And then he said, exercise is a small part of losing weight or fat. Calorie deficit is the key to losing weight. And
And
that is
that's a great
specific
point.
for men More
That's
so than
true.
women, just gonna
But
say.
portions help a lot too. I
Because I can
know.
have 0 calories and lose 0 pounds. I promise you. I promise.
Yeah,
So,
the exercise helps a bunch. I know.
yes, for sure. So Tech with Senior, this is
What's
Ron.
up?
He's popped in. He says, if you shop at
I
Costco,
love
get
it.
the Bobby approved app. Works great. Limits what I can buy since all the foods are reviewed. Just scan any
Great
item and it
point.
will tell you it's approved. So this is you're in
That's pretty
Costco.
cool.
You say you scan it with this thing and it says, nope, don't eat that. Is that how it works?
That's really cool. And that's, hey, by the way, he is a doctor, or he was a doctor, Dr. Ron Brown, just so you know. So there's a
Good,
little health
very good
conscious there.
point.
And go watch his show too. His show is Tech for Seniors. It's pretty cool. But anyway, all right.
I have
Shows,
shows,
podcasts.
podcasts that I
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty smart. Yeah. So then you are eager to
Yeah.
row because that's the only place that you use them. So there you're limiting when you can
I
actually see. Is
like
that what you
that.
do too? Is that what
So
you're
you
doing
have
with your
to,
elliptical?
oh, yeah, I go that 30
Yeah,
minutes,
sure. Sure I am.
even though
Sure.
I want, I mean, I might go an extra 5 minutes if it's
Oh,
like
okay.
near the end of that particular episode or something. But yeah,
But I
no,
mean, I'm saying
it's
you
serious
limit to
motivation.
the only time you're
I
watching
do.
that series is when
I
you're on the
do.
elliptical. Okay, that
That's
makes sense.
yes,
Got it.
yes,
Got it.
absolutely, yes. Yeah, because it's motivation for me to go in and do that. So
Jim says the only thing that tells me what to eat is Chris. That's from Geeks on Tour over there.
but you're the
Oh,
one cooking it, so you can do whatever you want. Anyway.
using Terry's music to exercise too. Neat
Oh yeah.
idea. That's a
Mhm.
good idea. Okay.
Yeah, but the only problem
There
is
was
it's only once every, no, I'm just kidding.
no. So Andrew said earlier on that app that I can't remember the name every time, MyFitnessPal,
Yeah,
you
my
can
goodness.
record meals and build your own database of brand name foods as to calories, fat, protein, etc. So that's pretty
Okay, cool.
awesome that it works that way. Um, I'm clicking the same thing.
Yeah,
Yes, Heather, that is exactly how it works. Awesome.
that's
So that's a
awesome.
pretty neat app, and this is called
I like that kind of stuff.
Bobby Approved. Is
It's
the name of the
probably
app Bobby
specific
Approved?
to Costco, obviously. I mean, because it's the products are in
Maybe
Costco, probably. I mean, I don't know that, but yeah, it's probably a thing.
Bobby Approved is the part that's in quotes. So I
Interesting.
assume that's the name of it.
Interesting.
Very cool. So a
Great.
second app that I actually had on, if I can just tell you what that one is.
Yeah, do it. Tell
I
us.
hate that I have to. It's called Calorie Counter by Lose It, not Loser, by Lose It.
Loser.
Calorie Counter.
Okay.
So this one is one that I had seen before, but I didn't actually use it, but I have it installed because that's how it works, right? I mean, I've been watching exercise videos for years.
That's right.
Just kidding.
Yes.
So yeah, so it's just another way to, have another thing out there if you're looking for something to specifically for calorie counting. But it sounds like that MyFitnessPal has everything. I think
Yeah.
that's a pretty neat.
That's what I used to tell people all the time. I said, I've lost 1,000 pounds. I put it back on, gained it, lost it, came back.
I see.
Yes, that's kind of the way.
And Bobby Approved is available for both Android and iOS. Thank you, Jolyn, for that. So those of you with iPhones, it will work on that as well. That's pretty cool.
This is what I wanted to hear. This is some of the things that you guys have, or some things that you do.
Stephen wrote a book. Okay, you ready? Even for women, calorie deficit is the key. Exercise is responsible for about 10 to 15% of weight loss. Although exercise, of course, can help you burn calories, which then allow you to eat more calories, although not as much as you think.
I see. All right. Did you just Google that?
I lost 1,000 pounds, British pounds.
British pounds. There you go.
Bobby Parrott.
Canadian pounds. That's about 30.
A well-known YouTuber and chef, was born on January 6, 1979 in
Wow.
Chicago, but now resides in Florida. Awesome.
Okay. Sounds good. Good stuff. This is excellent. Excellent. I love this. This is great stuff. This is excellent to be able to go over this.
That's right. The ping pong diet of losing and gaining and losing and gaining.
That is true. Yes. So
very cool.
So yeah, if you're rewatching the show, be sure and tell us what apps, and not necessarily diet apps, but just what apps help you with your health, whatever that health might be. I mean, you may have, could be overweight, too much salt, too much alcohol, too much whatever. If you have an app or any tool that you use through technology, let us know that. Go ahead,
just
Heather.
reminded me, Greg, my husband, he's had to monitor his blood pressure, and his blood pressure device, the
Mhm.
machine that we bought, actually
Okay.
connects by Bluetooth to an app on his phone. So it
Okay.
actually tracks how he's doing, and it gives some ideas of ways to cut back if, because he's been a little too high. And so it's like some things to avoid, or some areas where you can cut back are actually suggested to him, which is kind of cool. So that it's kind of a neat concept. And I mean, technology is in everything that we do. And if
I
you can
know.
embrace it just a little bit, it's not terrible.
There's even things that they're doing with like diabetics that they have. I've seen the commercials where they have this thing on their arm that's in their, I guess, attached to their bloodstream or whatever, and they can just put their phone up to it and it tells them what the reading is, just like that. And it's in an inconspicuous place like that. I think. I mean, like I said,
So
there's so many different things. Go ahead.
I hear you. So Jolin says, I have 3 Bluetooth devices that record directly to my phone: a scale for weight, a blood pressure, and to check my glucose.
See, there you go. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. That's pretty awesome. I love stuff like that. So
And because he's your son, he said I'm a nerd, but actually, because he's your son, he created a spreadsheet to track weight loss each day, as well as calorie intake each day, with cool graphs. I will let you know the results in a month or two. Oh,
that's my boy. That's my
Stephen,
boy.
we must see this in the backstage pass. You have got to come and be a guest and share your results in 1 month. I would like to see what, good or bad. I don't want to. I just want to see the graph.
Yeah, we'll have him on the show. We should have him on the show
Yes,
one time.
that would be
Just
amazing.
a recap show. We'll do a recap show and then have him in the backstage pass.
Can we do a Minecraft show?
Heather, if you want to do a Minecraft show, I'll do one. It'd probably be very popular with the kids.
No one would watch the show anyway.
Yeah,
All right.
well, whatever.
Steven says absolutely. Oh,
There you go.
y'all witnesses. Steven said he's coming on the show in 1 month.
As long as my granddaughter comes on every once in a while and pops
Exactly.
in, and my grandson and my other grandson and my granddogs. And
Yeah,
my
how many children do they have now? Anyway,
Yeah.
John said, I used to have to write all that stuff down to enter it into a spreadsheet. Now all the data can be sent to my computer. And
That's so cool. I
there's
love that.
places now that you can actually, your doctor gets it. Your doctor
Yeah,
gets it.
isn't that incredible?
So, yeah, they can monitor you and make sure that you're doing what you need to do as well. So kind of
Yeah, that's so cool. I think it's awesome. I think these are ways to take advantage. There you go. I would watch a Minecraft. Take advantage of the technology that's out there, I think.
Absolutely.
And I think that's kind of where we kind of ended up with this show and what we are recapping. To recap the show, basically, let us know some of the other stuff. If anybody watches this in replay and you have some comments about this, I would love to hear some of the stuff, because I'm definitely focusing on my health lately, especially the older I get.
Yeah.
and the more that I come into stuff like that. So I really would love to hear some of that stuff. And I think everyone else would too. So great show. Awesome job. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. I loved chatting with you. It's always awesome chatting with you. And
it's always fun. We always have a good time here. And I also wanted to say, before you say anything, I don't know what you're going to say, but
okay, that's fine.
So I want to say that if you are not yet a member of the Tinkering with Tech community, you might want to join. And you do that by going to YouTube right below this video, and there is a blue join button. And once you do that, make sure you join at the right level. There's 3 levels to choose from. Join at the right level, so that way you can get the access to the backstage pass, which is where we're going right after this, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Yes. And thank you, Heather, for Heather gave me a birthday gift of those Pixel Buds, and I appreciate you for that. And I wanted to recognize that publicly. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Awesome show. We'll see you guys in the backstage pass. We'll see you next time. Hopefully, I plan on a guest next week, but if we don't, no big deal.
We'll see. One way or the other, you and I will be here for sure.
That's right. There you go.
All right.
Thank you, Heather. Appreciate you.
You too, bud.
Bye, all.